This is McCook's Mr. Bilson. Honored to have you here. Well, it's Valentine's Day, and yeah, I bought some flowers. I wasn't going to get in trouble. And with that in mind, I got her a box of candy too, just to let her know how much I care for her and how special she is. Valentine's Day, without question, is for women a lot more than for guys. Absolutely. They expect it, and you'd better well remember it. With that, though, not everybody has a good spouse or a mate. And so we'll talk about some of that today, sadly. I think sometimes we need to think about the people that have had some very bad relationships. When I was first married, a young lady in our town also married, and she married a Vietnam veteran that had come back from Vietnam. He had seen combat, and he definitely, without question, he had some mental issues. And so he started roughing her up and beating her up. The bruises could not be hidden. Her father, he went to him and said, "Listen, I don't care. I don't want to get in the middle of your marriage problems, but you cannot hit my daughter. I will not permit that." And he said, "If it keeps up," he said, "you and I are going to go at it." And he said, "Whether you win or not," he said, "the marriage will be over. So you can't hit her ever again." Well, he did, and they ended that marriage. And so broken she was, because she was hoping that that was the perfect man. I have another young lady from a town near McCook that married supposedly the right man, a wonderful wedding, and many people had come to it and everybody thought it was going to work. And though they came to McCook then to be residents of McCook, in no time he was roughing her up and beating her up. I don't know why men could possibly think that that is the only answer to mental problems, is to hit your wife. Not a good thing. Not counting, I know women, if you hit them, they're going to get you big time. You'll be lucky if you wake up alive. With that in mind, this young lady's brother went to him and confronted him and said, "You can't hit my sister anymore. Never again." The guy decided he was going to take him on and show him what for. And her brother beat the guy into the ground. And then he told his sister, "Come on, we're leaving." And they loaded up the stuff in his pickup and they left him stranded. And he said, if you don't leave town, I will come back and I will have my buddies with me." And he left town. But you don't have to be married to have trouble. I was over at the snow cone truck at Norris Park, and I saw a lady come walking down the sidewalk, big beautiful sidewalk, just been put in, 5 foot wide, beautiful sidewalk, and she was walking down through across in front of me, and she had her hand over her face. And then I realized she was dripping blood, and I thought, oh, she's fallen. Just what we need is to get our lawsuit, aimed at the city because she fell in the park. And I said, come here. And I grabbed some ice and paper towels and I handed it to her, and she took it down, and she was bleeding out of her nose and mouth. And I said, "What happened?" And she said, "Oh, my boyfriend hit me." And I said, "Dear God, you need to tell somebody." She said, No, it was my fault." And I said, "What are you talking about? What could you possibly do to deserve to be hit in the mouth?" And she said, "Well, he was sleeping, and I turned the TV on. I didn't think it was that loud, but it woke him up. So he got up and he hit me in the mouth." I said, "You need to tell somebody." She said, No, he'll calm down. It's happened before." And then she went over to the park bench and sat there and cried. And she cried. I never saw her again. But I hope she got away from him. Again, when we celebrate Valentine's Day and the love of your life, please do not forget to pray for those who do not have the safety and the love and the respect and the kindness of a good spouse, be they male or female. Thank you for your time.